McDonald's 120 zł. IRL.
Łe?
Nie no zobacz. 70 zł.
Halo, 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 halo. Działa?
Halo, halo. Halo, halo. Aha, nie wnikam. Nie mam obrazu. O, dobra, działa. Cipek, kurwa. Kamelek. Ty cio... A, dobra. Cześć, Sobolek. Pozytywny wibrator, ciebie lubię.
Fuck you!
Elo. O kurna, co tam było? Złoty deszczyk za 20 żetonów. Kurwa, wyłączyłem... Oj chuj, liket. Co to było? Ja pierdolę. Do chuja! Jak to zakryć to? O. Czekaj, bo nie widzę nic na tym czacie. Ocenka za 20 żetonów. O, dobra.
Okay, so your value and status relationship begins blank when you don't know her. It's a blank slate. It really is. A woman's value to you, your value to her, and your status relationship is blank. Okay, it's a blank slate. And it's only determined by the two of you and your interactions, potentially the interactions of each of you with other people that know each of you. If you both perceive her value to be low and her status to be low, then that's what it is. So the point here is that when you are interacting with a woman for the first time, when you start off, social status, okay, social status, who's going to have the higher status and the lower status, is a critical factor. Okay, it's a critical factor. Women are not typically attracted to men that they perceive as having lower social status. And women size up very rapidly whether or not you think you're a high status person. A lot of guys walk around feeling like high status guys. A lot of people walk around feeling like low status guys. The guys that generally feel pretty low status usually don't get any attraction from women, and the guys that feel very high status often get a lot of attraction from women. By the way, if you want a hour, 20-hour talk about a lot of these concepts with a big education on status, my mastery program is where all that stuff's found. I actually think at this point, by the way, that status is the core of all human interactions, and that it is the core of attraction, status. When you first start talking to a woman, though, that status relationship is blank, and you get to control it. And one of the things that you do not want to do, you want to really avoid when you're approaching women, is communicating, you are the high status one, and I am the low status one. Or even worse, I will give you the high status if you will like me. Negative feedback loops. You know what I'm talking about when you see a woman you want to meet and she's attractive to you for whatever reason, from it's her hair or the way she smells, or she's got that one thing that you love about a woman, and you want to meet her, then it doesn't work out for whatever reason, you chicken out, you're afraid. Then you go home, you start thinking about it, or it might even happen in the moment, and you get into a loop where one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and it actually closes, and you can't get out of the cycle. You know what I'm talking about? You start beating yourself up, and then you go, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do next time, and then she got away, and then beating yourself up, and then... you with me? Cycle. Humans are pretty simple when it comes to their strategies, usually. Okay, their strategy might be complex, but they usually use the same one over and over in various situations. So if you have a loop that you do, you probably do it every time. Okay, so you see a woman you like to meet, doesn't work out, you do your loop thing. You see another woman you like to see, you don't meet her, you do your loop thing. Same strategy usually. Again, the strategy might be complex, but it's relatively simple once you realize you're doing it over and over. So one of the most important things that you can do is to get out, to extract yourself from those loops. What's the best way to stay out of the loop? Recognize the signs that you're in it. You got to recognize a signal of, I'm about to go into one of these loops. Step one is about to happen. One of my two best friends pointed out about, I don't know, a year or two ago to me. He goes, I just realized that I get into these loops with my computer where I check my email, and then I read this news thing, and I check this other email, and I check my stats for my business, and then I do this, and then I do that, and by the time I'm done, I'm back to the first one again. And like several hours will go by, and I'll have run through the loop like 4 times. I go, what the hell am I doing? And when he said it, I went, I do that too. And so now we call it the computer OCD loop, and we refer to it. And I catch myself doing it now. And I notice that I try to notice when I sit down to the computer, I go, okay, I'm about to do this thing. It's going to get me into the loop. I got to stay out of the loop. So quick, write down a couple of cues for yourself that you're about to go into one of your loops. What's a cue for you?
Fucking shit.
You're about to go into one of your loops. Wherever it is. It'll be your signal to not do it. So there's an interesting writer, and his name is Malcolm Gladwell, and he wrote a book called Blink. He actually wrote another kind of famous book in the past called The Tipping Point, and this is a really interesting book, Blink. I recommend you read it. It kind of talks about that, and he calls it thinking without thinking. He refers to a concept called thin slicing, where you're making very quick, intuitive decisions about things based on your accumulated kind of unconscious, programming, knowledge, and awareness, and how that affects your life. And this is a good one to read for this particular topic. But what was really interesting was that I found something in here that was some really interesting evidence for the concept of attraction isn't a choice. And I wanted to share it with you because it's real neat when I find kind of correlation to my fruity ideas. What he talks about is the concept of speed dating. Does everybody know what speed dating is? Where they get 10 men and 10 women together, and then each of them, they take 6 minutes meeting each, and then they rotate, and 60 minutes later, they've all met, or some kind of thing like that. And what he did was he went to some speed dating groups, and he met this couple that put on speed dating events. The thing that made this couple a little different, and their speed dating events a little bit different, was they asked the participants what they were looking for in a partner before the event, and then they asked them again right after the event, and then they asked them again in the future. And what they found was that if a woman wrote down that she was attracted to certain qualities in a man, that if she met a man at the speed dating event that had different qualities, but she was attracted to him, when they asked her the next day, the qualities that she said she was attracted to will have changed. So let me just read a little segment here. You'll have to kind of infer what's going on. You'll pick it up. So, for example, if Mary said at the start of the evening that she wanted someone intelligent and sincere, that in no way means she'll be attracted only to intelligent and sincere men. Big surprise there. It's just as likely that John, whom she likes more than anyone else, could turn out to be attractive and funny, but not particularly sincere or smart at all. Second, if all the men Mary ends up liking during the speed dating event are more attractive and funny than they are smart and sincere, on the next day, when she's asked to describe her perfect man, Mary will say that she likes attractive and funny men. But that's just the next day. If you ask her again a month later, she'll be back to saying she wants intelligent and sincere. You can be forgiven if you found the previous paragraph confusing. It is confusing. Mary says that she wants a certain kind of person, but then she's given a room full of choices and she meets someone who she really likes, and in that instant she completely changes her mind about what kind of person she wants. But then a month passes and she goes back to what she originally said she wanted. So what does
Aha. Co jest? Aha. Czemu tak krzywo? Czemu tak krzywo? Gotowanie. Różnica. Piwoita.
Find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.
Nie widać.
It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, call them back, girl. Let me see you hold it down. We gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word. I know what's up. You can have it all. Watch me whip it up. I'll admit it. You got me feeling hella love, even when it's going down. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging. We go and come harder. I can see you and now, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right.
Mało paczka bierze, ja pierdolę. Nie widno, ja pierdolę. Dobra. Co tu przyszło? Trzeba to wypakować. Bez jajec. Dzisiaj przyszło. Pewno coś przyszło trzeba do lodówki włożyć, nie? No chujowo widać, chciałem sobie przetestować, czy można nagrywać przez tego. No wychodzę. Live jest. I równocześnie nagrać kurwa jednocześnie. I wideo. I dwa naraz działa. I tu nagrywanie puszczę. Wideo. I transmisja i nagrywaj naraz. Co to? Bawełna? Jest. Duży plastik, ja pierdolę. I torba, o ja pierdolę, jeszcze tu, ła! Bez nadzieja. No. O. Jaki zapach! Fajny!
Strawberry.
I trufle! Yeah! Strawberry trufle!
Buja.
Malusze mówi! Jaka kurwa! Jaka kurwa! No kurwa! No kurwa! Ja to nie bardzo! Kurwa, no to się nawyje! Marzeczek!
What?
gon' burn it down. Burn it down. We gon' burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
Turn toward me and look so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire glows. You are ready for a different kind of life. You're silent for the wind is cold. You must return to the I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
O ja pierdolę. No ostatni.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Fuck. I posiłek dzisiejszy, kurwa. Dzisiaj fajki i kawa. Ja pierdolę. Kurwa. Papryka. Dzień dobry, kurwa.
Ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from
Dobry.
London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying
Dobre.
to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky.
Dobra, koniec tych nawigacji. Zajebiste. Mojego draga, moje dragi wziąć. Skrytka. No skrytka. We got to eat, we got to eat. Oh. Jeszcze pełno zostało w środku. Nie marnować jedzenia. I zgniatamy do segregacji. A nie wypierdolić, nie zgnąć, jeszcze zakręcić, kurwa, powietrze w środku, kurwa, i Kula mu napierdala. Wow! Fuck! Kula napierdala. Paczki fajek spalone. Tak intensywnie jeszcze nie paliłem, kurwa. I w kolana, tam gdzie problemy, tam wchodzi ból, kurwa. A nie zostaje najgorzej. Masakra, takie nie było, to było czyściutkie. Chyba godzinę nastało na gazie, ja pierdolę. Masakra. Yeah. Tak. Trzeba... A nie, jadłem dzisiaj. Jak mapę jadłem. No, będę zdołać. I ten, kurwa. O, przyniosę ten. Nowe zdobycza, to kurwa to... Kurwa, jaki kolor ma. Jak mogłem tego kurwa nie zjeść? Ja pierdolę. Ciekawe jak pachnie. Ty nie śmierdzi w sumie. Termin 11 luty 2-3. Co 2-3? A, to jest 11. W Stanach to najpierw miesiąc. 11. O kurwa. Drugi 11. Miesiąc do 12. Plus 3. 4 miesiące przeterminowane, kurwa. No nie wiem. Ryzykować? Nie wiem, śmieci. Kurwa no. Jaja przeterminowane, to przeterminowane. Ale to bardziej nie wiem, kurwa. Chuja mam nowe, nie będę się kłuł. Nie wiem, kurwa.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my way to thee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the corners, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Cały tusz się wypalił. Lekko tłusty jest. Takie tylko z dwie łyżki oliwy.
Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is the one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption. Faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick runs out.
Trzeba porządek jeszcze zrobić.
Nie.
Jeden myczek. Nie. Fajne. Peplut smoked. To lodówy to. Masło. Żołnki. Czosnek. Też pakowane, nie? Też pakowane? Nie. Mix robić. A zapachy. Wspaniale. Wróć. O ja pierdolę, jeszcze to mam. Fuck. Fuck. November 723. Ja pierdolę. Ale tu jest zapakowany na to. Co zrobić, żeby się nie popsuło? O, fuck. Ała. Mój brak zęba. Oh, fuck. I od razu zmywać. Ła. On zapomniał. Ja pierdolę. Co to tak zapuścił? Ja pierdolę. Co kurwa jest? Na miejsce. Jest. Pokój to jest niczego. Plecy bolą, kurwa. Jeszcze zakochujmy. Co to kurwa jest? O, już nie. Ja pierdolę. Nie wiem. Coś się nie da. Coś mi zjadł, kurwa, jeszcze. Tam będzie tyle. O, fuck. O, fuck. To jest burdel. No, nie wlazły. Papier włażą. Zaraz jeśli się zacznie, to kurwa mole. Świetlące będzie pełno moli, kurwa. Nagrywa cały czas.
To a life can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Fuck!
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Fuck!
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift. I'm liquid. I kill this beat. I might get convicted. They know how I move. It was predicted. Persistent. Spoke it into existence. So consistent. No assistance. Hear me once become addicted. If I rap it,
Masz to jest.
this ain't what you want, bitch. I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Fuck. Man.
This ain't what you want, bitch. I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Trzymać w zimie, czy nie trzeba? Afteropedding. Nie trzeba. Fuck. Kiedy to jest? Oh shit. Co tu mam? Kurwa. August 24. August masz. Yeah. Dzisiaj nic nie zjem. Ocet. Po jajach. O kurwa, to nie zabawa, to nie zabawa, kurde, nie chcę nic. Ja pierdolę. O. Gazowa noc. Za czosnkiem zamiast jajami. Ale śniegi są. Śniegi są. Coraz bliżej dna. Ja pierdolę, że tu do końca miesiąca to ogarnąć wszystko. Lepiej. Nie czuć już. Operacja czystka tego. Kurwa. Ja pierdolę. I ocet. Łącznie. Kurwa. Której godziny na gazie było? Się spaliły w chuj, co się tam czyści.
I just can't let you go. Promise that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
Kolację trzeba zjeść.
I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. Can't focus. I can't forget.
Mary what she really likes, and in that instant she completely changes her mind about what kind of person she wants. But then a month passes and she goes back to what she originally said she wanted. So what does Mary really want in a man? That little, few sentences there, does that explain what goes wrong with most relationships and marriages, or what? We know what we want. We know what will probably make us happy. We even know what will be a good combination for us. Ever had the experience of meeting a woman that was all the stuff that you really knew you wanted in a woman? She was really a great match for all the stuff you've always wanted, but you didn't feel anything for her? Raise your hand if that's ever happened. But meeting a combination what we want in a man. But then a month changes and she says, be forgiven. Until next day. Perfect man. Dating. Attractive. John's here. That in here. Changed the next day. Had different qualities, but she was attracted to him. When they asked her the next day, the qualities that she said she was attracted to will have changed. So let me just read a little segment here. You'll have to kind of infer what's going on. You'll pick it up. So, for example, if Mary said at the start of the evening that she wanted someone intelligent and sincere, that in no way means she'll be attracted only to intelligent and sincere men. Big surprise there. It's just as likely that John, whom she likes more than anyone else, could turn out to be attractive and funny, but not particularly sincere or smart at all. Second, if all the men Mary ends up liking during the speed dating event are more attractive and funny than they are smart and sincere, on the next day, when she's asked to describe her perfect man, Mary will say that she likes attractive and funny men. But that's just the next day. If you ask her again a month later, she'll be back to saying she wants intelligent and sincere. You can be forgiven if you found the previous paragraph confusing. It is confusing. Mary says that she wants a certain kind of person, but then she's given a room full of choices and she meets someone who she really likes, and in that instant she completely changes her mind about what kind of person she wants. But then a month passes and she goes back to what she originally said she wanted. So what does Mary really want in a man? That little, few sentences there, does that explain what goes wrong with most relationships and marriages, or what? We know what we want. We know what will probably make us happy. We even know what will be a good combination for us. Ever had the experience of meeting a woman that was all the stuff that you really knew you wanted in a woman? She was really a great match for all the stuff you've always wanted, but you didn't feel anything for her? Raise your hand if that's ever happened. Why aren't you with her? She's the right one. Because the attraction was more important than anything. was more important than all that stuff. And attraction isn't a choice. And attraction can trigger a complete restructuring of values. Isn't that fascinating? If you kind of generalize that a little bit, what that leads me to realize, because, you know, attraction isn't a choice, fear isn't a choice, emotions essentially aren't choices. Attraction can trigger a restructuring of values. Probably more emotions than that can do it. You ever seen somebody do something really stupid in the face of strong emotions? Remember, attraction isn't a choice. Her initial attraction has nothing to do with whether or not you're her type or if you have the traits she's quote-unquote looking for. If you create attraction with a girl and then keep doing what's working and don't worry about whether or not you fit her picture of the right guy, in the short term, she'll modify her wants list to fit you. And if you keep doing what's working, she'll even change...
Wait a second. Wait a second. Ooh. 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 Hmm. 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 Oh, wow.
change her list long term to fit you and stay with you. And I'm going to leave you with this thought right now that I want you to think about for a little while. What do you need to stop doing? What do you need to stop doing?
Fuck you too!
The question we always ask is, what do I do? A question that is usually more important is, what do I stop doing? It's very grammatically bizarre. I like it.
Friend?
What do I stop? One of my favorite books that's ever been written, probably in the top 10, is a book called Radical Honesty by Brad Bland. You may have heard me mention radical honesty before. And when we're talking about topics like this, I think are, pretty important. We're getting down to the essence. We're going into the theory and the high level to prepare us for the technique and the how-tos. I think it's important to be radically honest with yourself about what you need to stop doing. Okay, maybe you're idealizing women too much, or maybe you're getting into loops too much, or maybe you're allowing your emotions to take over situations, or maybe you're in denial. Okay, or maybe you're trying to get a woman so that your friends will be impressed, not because it's what you want. Or maybe you're trying to avoid a certain type of woman because it's not what your parents want for you. Or maybe you're still playing out some drama that you had 30 years ago in your childhood. But what do you need to stop doing? And if it's one of those types of things, it's important to admit that to yourself. Because if you don't remove that barrier yourself, then nothing that I can do or present you with can help you. Although you will always have the excuse that you can complain about and get attention from other people and sympathy if you keep it. So if you're getting some secondary payoff, like it gives me something to whine about and that people feel bad for me, you got to make that choice about whether or not it's worth it to give that thing up. But what do you need to stop doing? And be honest with yourself. Be radically honest. Movies. Movies are really interesting to me. And I would recommend that you check these out. There's a movie called Whipped with Amanda Peet. Office Space was a good one. Somebody brought up a little while ago.
What?
There's a movie that you check these out. Movies.
Yeah.
Movies are really interesting to me.
Movies best.
And I would recommend that you check these out.
Movies.
There's a movie called Whipped.
Whipped. Whipped. Whipped. Whipped. Whipped. Whipped. Movie. Ooh, whipped. Pita. What? Pita. So. Oh, pierdolę. Oh, pierdolę.
I'm going in. Nah, scamming's not the most important thing. Just something I'm good at.
Somewhere between what men say
I haven't had that many special relationships with girls.
and what they mean,
As long as she's got ones like a champ, I'm happy.
Please.
between what women mean
That was amazing.
and what they say.
I kind of felt sorry for the guy. It was kind of like sleeping with Rain Man.
Lies the truth
Who will it be tonight?
no one wants to hear.
Her name was Carrie.
Last week her name was Nivea. The week before was Lubertina.
Who's that? That's what keeps the chicks coming back, my man.
Destination Films dares to take you
Why are men such idiots?
deeper.
Haven't you ever met a woman so special that you just didn't want to lose her?
No, I'm married. Longer,
Hey, my God, you go, girl.
Next, please.
rougher,
Now that I'm married, I am much more sensitive to a woman's needs.
harder.
You guys are free in bed. And you'd be like, who's your dad? Who's your daddy? That was the most he ever asked me about myself.
And farther.
She was begging to join me back at the stabbing cabin. I'm in Brad Heaven, just about to get smoked. All of a sudden,
She tossed your salad, man. That's awesome.
Than you've ever gone before.
Dude, you're totally grossing me out. You tasted your own.
not by choice, right?
Whipped.
I think I actually like this one.
I think I met somebody that I actually liked too.
Talk about anything.
You guys all know each other?
She's got you all whipped, dude. What? Married, not married, married, not married, married.
With Amanda Pete. Office Space was a good one. Somebody brought up a little while ago. Top Gun, 9.5 weeks. Roger Dodger.
Office space. Office space. Office space. Phew. Office space.
From Mike Judge, creator of Beavis and Butthead and co-creator of King of the Hill, comes a movie about people who go to work.
What?
Who are part of a team.
And remember, next Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day.
Okay, I could set the building on fire. Who respect their boss.
We need to talk about your flair.
Well, I have 15 pieces on.
15 is the minimum. Brian, for example, has 37 pieces of flair on today. And a terrific smile.
And need to escape.
I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore. One of these days, I just kick this piece of. I'm thinking now it might be more fun to just get fired. And I've always wondered what that would take. Oh, here, listen.
The fight.
It looks like you've been missing quite a bit of work lately. Well, I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob. That's just a straight shooter with upper management written all over him. We're gonna get rid of these people here, Mr. Samir. Okay. Not gonna work here anymore anyway. You haven't been showing up and you get to keep your job. Actually, I'm being promoted. Thank you, Bob. This is a suck. They're gonna throw you out on the street so that Bill Lumberg's stock will go up. It's completely unfair. Initech deserves to go down. We're just the guys to do it. Tell me about that virus you're always talking about. One that could rip off the company for a bunch of money. I'm not going to do anything illegal, Peter. Illegal? Samir, this is America. The worst they're gonna do is they put you in a white-collar minimum security resort for a couple of months. You know they have conjugal visits there? I might be showing them my old face. Oh. They let you have sex with women? They sure do. Okay, I'll do it.
Office Space.
I know you've been getting pretty depressed about your job and everything, and so I just wanted to tell you good things can happen in this world. Hey, look at me.
Top Gun, Ace Whipped with Amanda Peet. Office Space was a good one. Somebody brought up a little while ago. Top Gun, 9.5 Weeks, Roger Dodger. An Officer and a Gentleman, Don Juan DeMarco. So I'd like to ask you to watch them and ask yourself as you're watching them, what can I learn from this movie? What can I learn? Now, what first comes up for a lot of guys is, well, it's only a movie. It's not real. It's not the real world. First comes up for a lot of guys that learn. It's not real. It's not the real world. That's true. But what's fascinating about movies is that a person came up with that whole scenario. And if it's done well, if it's done right, it can be even better than the real thing. In some cases, it can actually be better than the real thing. Well, how could it be better than the real thing? Because it can be a generalization or a stylized version of like a subset of a bunch of different activities. It can be like all condensed into one thing that you can then take and create your own variations and your own themes. And I particularly like these. Whipped was interesting. They do this, 3 guys, and they kind of approach these 3 girls in a park. And it's really interesting to see how kind of the lead guy who does the approach just doesn't care what's going on, and how he uses one of my favorite kind of ideas, which is she'll give y'all the material you need. You know, when you're in the situation, when you approach a woman, everything will be there for you if you're just confident it will be. And the way he rolls through it, and the way that he kind of messes with the girls and so forth, it's good. Office Space is interesting because it kind of stylizes and portrays this guy who's just a complete wuss, and he goes through this kind of freak accident during a hypnosis session. And he comes out and he's just like laid back and could care less what anybody thinks, and becomes, let's just say, very attractive to the woman he's interested in. Top Gun. I always thought Top Gun was kind of fascinating because the whole bar scene where they start singing, you know, to, what was her name? No, what was her name? Yeah, Kelly McGillis. He starts singing to her. They do the whole thing back and forth. They wind up, she's in the bathroom, and he walks in to talk to her after she kind of shuts him down. Fascinating to watch that. 9.5 Weeks. Very interesting to watch how, what is his name? Mickey Rourke approaches Kim Basinger in that movie. There's an electricity that's happening between the two of them that is, it's very real, it's very powerful, and it's fascinating to watch. I mean, that kind of, a lot of the things that happen in the movie, that could happen in the real world, even though it's kind of out there. Roger Dodger, interesting look inside the mind of a guy who obviously has learned how to be very successful with women and just kind of mastered that whole thing, and next thing you know, he's on a down kind of slope in his life, and you see the dark side of how that manifests itself, but you also get to see him approach women, and, you know, he's very masterful. Officer and a Gentleman, Richard Gere. I thought it was just great the way he kind of approached, you know, his gal in that movie, just kind of with this cool kind of calm composure. Very good. And
oops. Dobra, zmieniam stream. Godzina 40, wyłączam i AdTube'a. AdTube, papa! Kurde. 10 decybeli. 10 decybeli. Dobra. A jakbym... Nie wiem, zatrzymać. Dobra.